Bash with the look over the shoulder says, where's the opposition? I don't want to be attacked. I have to give it my best shot now to pass Nielsen. He's really, really quick. Everyone in the paddock here at La Conca knows that this young Dane is a super talent. Carol Bash is going to have to drive the wheels off that Cosmic Kart to stay in touch. Nielsen did run a little bit wide on the opening corners. We've seen this throughout the weekend, throughout last week as well. It does take a lap or two longer for that green machine to come on. But hey, when it does, man alive, it's quick, especially with Nicholas Nielsen driving it. Third spot, Casper Anderson. How about these Danes, first and third? Christian Lundgaard, another Dane in juniors. He's been dominant as well. Something in the water in Denmark. Obviously. Or maybe it's just inspiration from Princess Mary. Nicholas Nielsen continues to lead from Bash and Anderson. Yuri Vips up into fourth spot. That's Igor Stupenkov for Forza Racing in the background. He is in fifth from Leonardo Lorandi and Juan Correa. Casper Anderson, Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Over the back of the Cosmic. Will we see a move this time? Yes! Up the inside. Nicely done. It is Denmark first, Denmark second. The pole, Carol Bash with a look over the shoulder. He's been slotted back to third. Let's look. Bash, he sort of left the door open, didn't he? Casper Anderson took half a chance and went through up the inside. Nothing he could do about it. Yuri Vips now in fourth spot. I can tell you it's absolutely frantic, the fight just to stay in the top 10. Lorenzo Travisanuto is in seventh, ahead of Juan Correa, Richard Vachaud, Alexander Bartanian, Tom Bale, Martin Van Leuven, Jakob Kladlich, Emil Skaris, and the New Zealander Marcus Armstrong now up into 15th spot. So you can see on the bottom right of your screen, Max Butrell from Great Britain has made up 4 places to sit in 20th. Fastest first sector last time round for the Dutchman, Richard Vachaud. Fastest lap, as you can see, for the Romanian, Marco Dionysis. And Nielsen isn't exactly pulling away from the field as we thought he might. Casper Anderson has put a little bit of space on the pole, Carol Bash. In second, let's watch across the line. Last time the gap was 0.398. This time it is 0.38, so it really hasn't changed. The fight way back down through the field. It is frantic right down to 20th place, which is currently being held by Rokas Hajuska. Max Butrell another couple of spots up into 18th. The driver formerly from Singapore, racing for Ricky Fling Motorsport, a non-finisher in the pre-final. Tom Bale moves up a spot, past Emil Skaris. Marcus Armstrong behind him. This is the fight for the lead. Nicholas Nielsen, this is the hardest he's driven all weekend. He's an amazing young talent, already 8 months out, 9 months out. They're saying this is the guy you will have to beat if you want to win the World Championship here at La Conca on September 27, 2015. Carol Bash responds. 46.9 now for the pole. The only driver so far in the 47-second bracket. Over the ripple strips through the centre chicane. Bash closing in on the back of Anderson. It is Denmark first and second. Poland in third. And Igor Stupenkov, that's him at the top of your screen. The Russian into fourth spot for Forza Racing. Stubenkopf was delighted with his podium place last week. You couldn't get the smile off his face. He nearly won it, but second was an amazing result. He now sits in fourth. He's looking at another podium if he can make up one more position. We are not yet at half race distance. They go down through the centre chicane. Nicholas Nielsen is not pulling away as we thought he might. In fact, look at Casper Anderson closing in on the back of him. The two countrymen, first and second. Oh, look over the shoulder. Did you see that? Nicholas Nielsen has not done that all weekend. It's been head down, bum up the whole way for the young Dane. That is the first time we have seen Nielsen with a look over the shoulder, and that's why Anderson, also from Denmark, is right behind him. Carol Bash has been dragged up to the lead also. This is a sensational fight. No surprise there, fastest lap for Anderson. He has got this Alonso kart hooked up and flying. No move that time, very intelligent driving. Head down. They are doing 126 k's an hour on the start-finish straight. Right there, they're doing 118 k's an hour. A bit of a slipstream, and you will reach 128 k's an hour on the start-finish straight at La Conca in a senior KF kart. Up the back straight one more time. Half race distance at the end of this lap through the centre chicane. Down here, they're doing 122 kilometres an hour right there. That is absolutely flying, especially when you stand at the side of this amazing La Conca track. Well, we've been watching this battle for third. How about the driver now into fourth spot? Lorenzo Travisanuto in the PCR car has got past the Russian Igor Stubenkopf. Lorenzo Travisanuto is 3 seconds off the lead, but he's done a 47 dead last time round. That's him at the top of your screen just flashing by. Nielsen a little bit of a lead this time. Anderson watches on. I don't think he's close enough to make a move, or do I speak too soon? Just got that buffer. Head down again. 125 k's an hour. Anderson's probably going quicker because he's got the benefit of the slipstream. Bash is getting the airflow advantage from both of the karts in front of him. Now there's a gap for Nielsen. Locks it up a little bit sideways as Anderson that time through. Of course, these karts have four-wheel disc brakes. They come to a stop like there's no tomorrow. Amazing braking power, amazing horsepower. Approaching something like 36, 37 horsepower, and Bash has used every one of them to go through into second. Oh, he waited his time, didn't he? Anderson, can he respond? Let's have a look at the replay. Bash up the inside. He waited. As we mentioned, that's the part of the circuit they're doing 122 kilometres an hour. Under brakes, he went past the Dane to move up into second spot. Travisanuto is still in fourth. Head of Stubenkopf, Martin van Leuven, Richard Verschoor, Tom Bale is eighth. Head of Vartanyan, and Marcus Armstrong now up into the top 10. The driver who's travelled further than anyone to be here this weekend, all the way from Christchurch, New Zealand, is young Marcus. Something like 30 hours of flying to get here, and I thought Melbourne was a long way. Marcus Armstrong with the Tony Kart Racing team into 10th spot on the back of the Russian Alexander Vartanyan. Well, Bash is in second spot, but behind him, I think we've seen the end of the challenge from Casper Anderson. He's dropped back markedly in third spot. He was a second behind last time. And you can see he's not even in the screen, as it's been most of the week. It's been Nielsen and Bash. Last year, they were both driving each other's cars. Nielsen, the Cosmic. Bash looks over the shoulder, the Tony Kart. For 2015, they've switched teams. That's Travisanuto, Stupenkov, Vashore, last week's winner. Oh, he's getting very close to the back of the day now is Carol Bash. Obviously, he was not giving it 100% in the pre-final. You can see there's something hanging off the side of Nielsen's car. It looks like the bracket that holds the blind for the radiator. He's seen it. He's had a look. It's probably not going to make any difference speed-wise, but it will be enough to distract him. Carol Bash knows it. If he hadn't looked, if he hadn't known, he probably wouldn't have worried. But just knowing that your kart is not 100% is enough to put you off psychologically. Let's see how mentally tough the young Dane is. This is 3/4 race distance. Richard Vashore on screen across the line now. He's up into 4th spot. Marcus Armstrong is now in the top 5. The young Kiwi is driving superbly. Bash all over the back of Nielsen. I can tell you Marcus Armstrong is back in 5th spot, but he's closing in on last week's winner, Richard Vashore from the Netherlands. Nielsen hasn't really worried about that bracket on his radiator. You never, or rarely I should say, obviously not never, but rarely see a mechanical failure from the Tony Kart racing team. It's not enough to slow him down. It won't have any effect speed-wise, but it will just be enough to distract him. Nicholas Nielsen, he turned 18 years of age on Friday from Copenhagen in Denmark. Speaks fluent Danish, fluent Italian, fluent English. He is mentally strong. He is mentally tough. He wants to be the world karting champion, and he's on his way to doing it, starting with a Champions Cup win here at La Conca this weekend. Over the ripple strip, Bash has dropped back. He's dropped back. The gap last time was 0.2 of a second. With 3 laps to go. Head down behind the steering wheel. Still 0.2 of a second. Anderson third, Vashore. Marcus Armstrong from Christchurch, New Zealand is driving superbly. The orange helmet, the Tony Kart driver, as cool as you'd like. We know how mentally tough the Kiwis are. Whether it's on the racetrack or the rugby field, they're strong. Marcus Armstrong is second running for the Tony Kart racing team. He's in 5th spot. Oh no, he's just been passed. Just as I say that, the Russian Alexander Vartanyan has got past him. This is the end of lap number 17. So you can see on the top of your screen there, Anderson's out of it. Barring a mechanical failure or a crash, he cannot win it. He put up a good fight earlier, but he has dropped back. There you can see Vartanyan has got past Armstrong into 5th spot. Tom Bale, a sensational drive to be up into 6th. Armstrong 7th. Max Futrell, obviously not having a good day, still down at the back of the field. The last lap board is out now. Oh, look over the shoulder for the 2nd time this weekend. That's all he's done it. Nicholas Nielsen. He's got a bit of a gap. You watch him on this lap. This kid is a star. Not of tomorrow, of right now. He is a star of world karting. Formula One, you can have it. He wants to be world karting champion. That bracket has almost come away. It is the bracket that keeps the blind on the radiator. You saw Carol Bash adjust the carby on that engine a few moments ago. He's not close enough. This is just sensational. The final corner. Oh, move up the inside, but he's not close enough. The checkered flag comes out for the Dane. Nicholas Nielsen wins it. He is delighted